Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 here with my continuing playthrough and look at Black Ice's Heart of Iron 10.41. Currently, I know they have a newer version, but that's the one we're currently playing. So, I was really tired last time I was making episodes for this, so sorry if that was somewhat incoherent. Last couple of episodes. Okay, we got this guy here moving to cut us off there, so we're going to readjust his line of movement / attack to delay that, stop that. Now we're also shifting forces around this way to get ready for ́veːsþølgjálbʊŋ. I think we're looking at a mid-late June date on that. So yes, let's speed this up a bit. Back in where it needs to be, where it should be. We sunk a transport, good. That's the 3rd Army Corps, so I want to move units from the 3rd Army Corps here first. You can see just up there where that is. Let's keep them in. Okay, well, more Jaeger units coming north too would be helpful. All right, so we'll do that. Oh, we're all full up in that. Yeah, no, okay. These are in pretty good shape. Well over 100%, yes. Transport them to there. Going that way, I'll take it more. Oh, boy. Well, maybe they'll survive long enough. Battle of Bow. We won the Battle of Bow. In modern English, I don't know what this bow means in Norwegian, but in modern English, do you know what the word bow means? We after some French destroyers and subs. Okay, we've got, is that a victory point? No, but we got one of their port cities in. Okay, you attack those guys to keep them from reinforcing. Hey Arno, good to have you here. The Arno has arrived. Let's start moving you up to there. Move this way just in case we need more reinforcements there. And these guys can move into the can they not go there anymore? Oh, no, they can't. Oh, they've made this out. Infrastructure levels. Oh, they've made a few of these impassable, it looks like. Well, maybe we just can't see there, but we can see there. Oh, interesting. That's new. Probably correct. Well, I'm sort of quite honestly, I don't know if you want to talk about it here and now, wondering how the train situation in Britain is doing. Okay, we are up here. They have very little invasion. We're just going to do invasion with everybody here. Oh, I thought I'm sure I did. Yeah, well, okay. I know, I guess if I had specified which unit to where, it would have done that better. They're already defending. Oh man. I think we'll be okay, but all right, well, we've got a lot of fighters coming. We have some more here, garrison divisions, but I think we're yeah, I think we will see about making some more. Let's do some really junky ones. We'll use rocket artillery in these guys, keep them super cheap. Yeah. 259. 240, yeah. Cheaper, okay. We'll make a few of these guys. Just to spam out. Hold out, cover until something's worked out. Okay, very interesting. I'm guessing they're not figuring just a quick weld job will do it for fixing the cracks. Yeah, that sounds like an expensive mistake. Because if a lot of them have cracks in them, that means there's serious structural problems and not just, oh, put in some new wiring or whatever. So you may have to junk all the train cars. Because they're not, I'm guessing at least, even if you patch them up temporarily into where they're safe, they very well won't have a long lifespan at that point. Even if they are patched up. Let's give them anti-air. Just because a little more piercing and air protection. Right. Okay, we'll be okay up here as long as we take Narvik and can hold it. They're going home, good. Okay, fighter bomber prototypes have advanced. We will stop this for now. And we're okay. What is too far in advance? Hydrophone. Okay, yes, we were check that one out anyways. Air search radar or armament engines. Let's do that. Keep that somewhat up to date. A radar war here. Let's improve this. Deedle can hold, I'm sure of that here. And we want an Narvik, so we'll secure our supply lines. That's basically all I'm concerned about. Oh boy, okay. We're battling here. K&M Schnog and HMS Eclipse. More interesting of a group. Come on, get some air support in. Well, they lost Noggin Eclipse. Not good for that for us. They're now bombing the former unit there. Okay, you get that unit is there. ɓveːsʌlem? ɓveːsʌlem? Am I getting that right? Mostly. We're going after Norway. We're gonna be June before we're ready to go into the Low Countries. We're getting ready for that, though. I'm not playing, painfully historical or something like that. Okay, that's so you up to. So they're bombing us. I have to, because I know that's the 14th Corps, but I have to read it as XIV to hear when I'm looking to attach units. So XIV, there we are. I do know how to read Roman numerals reasonably well. You're starting to get up into the thousands and whatnot. Reading, it was the tradition of at least the second half of the 19th century to the early, the first 20 years of the 20th century, to when you published a book or when you printed a book or published it, might be the same thing, might not be, but definitely when you printed the book, to put the year of the printing of the book in Roman numerals. I mean, everything else in the book basically, well, chapter numbers might be in Roman numerals, but most of the stuff would be in, non-Roman, in Arabic numerals or however you want to say it. But they put the year in it, so it's trying to count out and figure out, and there's slightly variations on inventions of used to determine what year the book was printed. So yeah, and I might have a bit of trouble figuring some of that out. We have one more spot. There we go. Right. Beam slam, not beam. Okay. Beam slam. Okay. Beam slam. Notice that they stopped adding printing date. Maybe my books are too old. Yeah, I don't know. I have a lot of old books. I have a few very old books, and when I say very old books, I'm talking earlier with Ari about movies and old movies and whatnot. When I mean a few very old books, I'm talking 250 years old books. I have a few that are in the 200 plus year old range. I have a bunch, probably more than, I haven't counted them all. Probably more than 30, seriously, maybe more than 50, I don't know, books that are, 100 plus years, because, they have printing date of 1908 or 1914 or whatever, so that, you know, I have a bunch, yeah, probably more than 50. I have a bunch that are, you know, printed prior, you know, printed enough that they're old books. Those are old books. 100+ years are old books. Very old books in my collection are getting 200+ year old books. No, I don't mean like reprints of old books. I mean actually that old. Now, okay, we have some torpedo boats, garrison divisions. Yeah, let's deploy these garrison divisions up here because we're getting ready to eventually occupy up here, and I don't know how aggressive the AI is going to be in invading. They have done some work on that. I think they're hoping for smart work on that, but we will see. Meaning it might be smart to invade Norway, where it would be stupid to invade France, because France is easily reinforceable. Norway, if you hit it hard enough, fast enough, you might be able to put a good core up there and hold it from German counterattack. If you're the British, might. The cracks are in the jacking points for the lifting of the carriages off their wheels. The main worry is that the jacking point falling off when the train is moving. That part of the train is apparently made of aluminum, so welding, oh yeah, welding aluminum is not fun from what I know. I've never done it, but yeah, that's not looking good. Maybe you can replace all the aluminum bits with steel bits and just do something like that. I don't know. I have 200 so year old book about military geography in Switzerland. Has a beautiful map. Yeah, I mean, I don't have many. We come down to a handful, but I do have a few that are very old like that. And so that's my perspective on old books and things. We're also too low here, so let's actually make this a little bit on the positive side. Slowly work it down. I know defeating France, descent will drop. Okay, they're back here. Okay, we want to get these guys across the sea as well. Oh, well, they're coming back still. They're not back yet, I guess. Yeah. So, let's move. Trying to keep units. Okay, your command is there. I don't want to break. Okay, your command is up there, so you're closer. Right. You get to transport those. Now, honestly, I really don't mind the bombing of Germany, partially just because it's historical, but in actual gameplay terms, I don't mind the bombing of Germany so long as I'm ripping their guts out of their bombers very rapidly and making it more expensive for them to either replace the bombers if I'm totally destroying them, or just sitting back and repairing them, compared to my cost at doing, because that's driven the production of coal and steel to zero that will need to be repaired in that factories. And so it's sort of a cost versus cost analysis. Their bombers cost versus my industry disruption. Okay, one up there, and they're under attack again. These guys are going to come in there. Finland, yes, you can have energy. We have plenty of energy. Might not have plenty of anything else, but we got plenty of energy. Yeah, they're out of command distance there. Yeah, oh no, let's just, I guess we might as well add that to the command HQ. Okay, we're going to stop this attack until we can. Conclusion after defeat. Yeah, whatever. I don't entirely like that. Well, we didn't take it, but we weren't defeated either, in my opinion. Ooh, we've got bombing going on here of a motor torpedo boat. We've got a battle against motor torpedo boat, HMS Wolfhound, HMS Pyram, and Tyler. Okay. They're bringing in more ships. We've got these guys coming around here. We got these guys coming through here. This might get interesting. Hopefully. Well, I should, come on, guys. Get your air attacks better coordinated. Yeah, you get to go on the defensive. We're bringing up more proper infantry divisions instead of the paratroopers and light infantry. Light infantry are good in these rugged terrains. You can see them holding out there very well. I got some French up here already. Okay. So this is probably the Narvik, well, not Narvik, but the Norwegian, or the expedition to Norway up there. Well, combat logs here. Naval. But I don't know that there's a. Somebody knows. I wouldn't mind them telling me. There's a general idea. What you can do here is. You can look at units like this and see here this U-17 sunk the DD for Escu, Deroit, Karapiv, whatever, I don't know. I guess it's because I think it's supposed to represent a group of ships. So you can do that, but there isn't an easy way. We can see that the naval map here just shows, not exactly, but hovering over it, we can see enemy convoys and enemy raiders, the province, that type of thing. Mentioning that, let's look out here. Okay, they're hunting us here now, so we should shift over to here. Convoy raiding massive. Get away from their hunter. There. Do we have? Okay, up here. They're not doing anything, so they're not being very visible. So come over to here. Move. No, nobody's over there. They're patrolling their submarine routes. So it's not quite like Wave 4 in that. With an ease of showing. Oh, come on. Okay, we're... the King George battleship is here, HMS London. These guys might be moving into a world of hurt, and so might these guys. So what I'm going... Well, no, I have to go through this spot anyways to get to there. Well, we'll hope for the best. Okay, yeah, well, that's why we stopped attacking, so that we can not be completely disrupted. Okay, well, we did... Now, if it's a naval battle... See, now this is the interesting thing with this game. If it's a naval battle, the naval portion of it, it will tell me losses in ships. Just here on this pop-up. So, the French lost the Terrible, and the Norwegians lost lost Tor. Now, if it was an air attack on the ships and what was lost, we won't see that. Medium air search radar, okay. No, not politics. Technology. Avionics, medium air search radar. We'll move that to medium navigational radar so that we know where we are. Japan is mobilizing some forces. Has it really been at peace? Wow. Taking out all of that. There's a lost table somewhere, but it's not easy to find. Yeah, I don't doubt that. I mean, if you sort of know, I'm just not going to poke around for it too much at the moment. Okay, guys, we're going to bring you home for the moment. We may pull out a few of the more badly hurt submarines before we send them back into operation here as patrolling. And we're hitting a lot of aircraft in this gig, right? Good. Okay, and bombing more ships. Okay, we've one up here. Good. I'm just hoping whatever naval action. Ooh. Okay, one ship right here. Oh, bunch of ships here. Well, we have a lot, and hopefully they're getting the Scharnhorst, Gneisenau, Bismarck, Tirpitz, Deutschland, Ross Bay, Admiral Scheer, all into action appropriately and sinking. Ooh, boy. Okay, well, we're sending our submarines back, and I know we had one that was almost sunk before, so that's probably what we lost. They lost a bunch of destroyers and destroyer escorts. At least from naval attacks. They may have lost more from air attacks. Or they may be going that way. So there we're hitting King George and crew. Okay, well, they're going to come up to there. No, I'm doing much better than last week. Last week was really a bad week for me. Really bad. But good now. Okay. You're going to push that way. You guys are going to push on these guys. And I'll let Beetle get in command or in action first so that he's hopefully in command of this operation. Yes. Good. Okay. French and British destroyers taken out here. Now that we've taken up here, we wanted to get here because this has heavy water. You get control of that. Now we're counterattacking up there. Okay, well, now it's June 1, and yeah, well, that's sort of my long-term plan here, and this is why I like to use naval air power, and I sort of learned it with this game, is we're going to, of course, at some point have convoys running resources and resources back to Germany, supplies up to Norway through here. And I sort of hope the British decide to try to come and mess with it. And we're going to use air power outside of the range of their primary, land-based fighters to sink whatever naval power they send in here. With hopefully little risk. I mean, they may get damaged, may even have some units destroyed, but hopefully little risk. Let's save this now. It's a good moment to do so. Let's take a look around. I know it's June 1st. Looking mostly okay. These guys are back. Okay, you can come up to the front. Okay, you're nothing of a unit. You should come up to the front here. You can come up to the front as well. Okay, good. Yeah, let's join these up. You know, I'm never going to recreate all of that title, but okay. We're going to give all of that over to him. so that he has something to fight with a little bit better than just Army HQ. Get up to the front. Guess these guys are still just too getting organized up. There's my occupation army coming. Now, what we're going to do is a little bit of disinformation. I don't know how good the enemy intelligence is. Let's move a few up here too. But we're going to park some of these just HQs on a few locations, so it just sort of sees that, hey, there's a unit there. You know, we might not know exactly how good that unit is. And we can use some of these others, but I don't know that I will at the moment. And we might, I think, just... We have some, yeah. Send up a few more to Norway. Okay. Well, there's two, the smaller one. Let's also send this. Send all of their subunits up here as sort of a command element to occupation forces that are mountain troops, which will do better with winter attrition. Okay, now are we ready to invade the Low Countries? Okay, that's a pretty strong army there. We're just okay. Not maybe the best organized setting that I've done. Okay, that's a lot of panzers. That's even more panzers. That's mostly infantry. I think I have more panzers over here. Well, at least one Thoma's unit. Okay, well. Okay, what do we have under here? Okay, this HQ is going to come to here. Oh, we're gonna want, no, we want Butler's unit up here, so he's gonna come to here because he can add his cavalry regiment to the defense down there. I think most of these will shift as we start going and pushing in. Okay, we've deployed a lot of what we could. Well, we're still doing a lot of naval or air attacks on naval units. So I think we'll leave a lot of these bombers up here. Hopefully we won't need them in France. We're being counterattacked. So the enemy is not doing well. Student is leading that, gaining a bunch of experience. I guess Conrad can come up to there. They're both attacking and defending. Oh, good. These guys are here. Let's march you that way. You can come there. You come that way. Now here, oh, here, let's just stop. Oh, they've gotten, the Schlesien's been hit fairly hard. Okay, well, we'll wait a moment or two. See what's here, get that sort of clear. And they've come in, they've not been hit hard. Oh, well, they got a little organizational hit on some of those landing craft. There, these guys are coming home. Lost a few subs, but not many. Hello, Matthew. How are you doing today? Right. Okay, we're going to give this a couple of more days here. Good, they're winning there. Heavy water happened to us, so we now, although it's not really useful because I'm not currently planning on doing any nuclear research, but it does help us, and it denies it to the enemy. Okay, the Danish 20mm cannons. The Danish army was responsible for knocking out 11 armored cars and 2 Panzer Is during the German invasion before the order to surrender came through. The Germans were naturally very interested in this weapon and had them exported to Germany. I think the biggest problem with the Danish cannons, which we'll get some, they're made by Madsen. I don't know that they're the same caliber as, I mean, they're the same diameter, but I don't know the same whole cartridge setup that the Germans used in their 20mm, as opposed to just being a different design in, mechanics of the gun. But they were particularly a lightweight cannon used as an anti-tank gun. They want money again. I hate these. Okay. Gain metal energy and satin. Efficiency production. Yeah, we could use metal and rare materials. Yeah, rare materials, metal. We'll go ahead with this. Manage quite a force to know it makes. Now, I think this was a scripted situation here, as opposed to an AI doing that. Landing up here. At least that's what I think it is. I want you to naval strike just there. Because I do want to see, okay. Oh, the King George is still sitting there. That would be nasty to tangle with it with my old battleships. Okay, after being subject to land grabs by, well, so far not by Hungary, which is interesting, but by the Soviets. They want to join, so we'll welcome them aboard, because we now will get plausible oil here. No. Yay. And they're having to retreat their army back in. So now we have oil refinery, which crude oil plus 15%, which will be very welcome effect. That's what happens when we get plausible into our game. Air Force HQs have advanced. Very nice. It's under command. Nothing more on that. Sonar detection equipment. That means our submarines will spot enemy sonar attempts better and avoid them, hopefully. Let's do warship engines and armament. Yes, those are the the 221s. What they. Well, you got to remember in 1940. A lot of the German armor and a lot of the Soviet armor was pretty damn thin, and that would be penetrated by a Boy's 50 caliber or 55 caliber anti-tank rifle, the German 7.92 caliber rifle, but it looks sort of like a Coke bottle cartridge behind it. It's a bit longer than normal, I believe. I don't have like one in front of me or the measurements, but a bit longer than a normal rifle cartridge, and definitely had a very, very hard core instead of lead. Could be steel, could be something else. I think they did it out of several different materials. But so it's the same diameter as a standard German rifle, but a little longer bullet with a huge, powder cartridge behind it. And the Soviets' primary anti-tank round was the 14.5 millimeter anti-tank rifle. So we're talking about really sort of an upgunned anti-tank rifle at the 20 millimeters. So taking out German Panzer IVs, Panzer IIIs would be quite doable. Maybe not always, and I don't know the penetration of those particular rounds, the Danish 20 millimeters, on all their frontal armors, depending on what tanks, and definitely be hard on like a Matilda 2 or a Char B, but would be effective against a lot of tanks. So it was set up as an anti-tank kind of anti-tank gun, if you will, but very light and very mobile. They couldn't, to the best of my knowledge, actually fire them from the motorbikes. I think they ran them around on the motorbikes and then quickly deployed them, in minutes or less, very rapid deployment. I don't think they were, driving around and shooting or just stopping. I think way too much recoil for that to be practical, but it's just sort of a light, quick deployment. Something that's heavier than you're going to readily deploy as a, man-carried anti-tank rifle. So yeah, that's sort of my understanding is what they were designed and set up to do. Okay, we are bombing the hell out. Oh, we're fighting a CAG. Carrier Air Group. Okay. It looks like they've headed out, so we're going to quickly dash over to here. Oh, you're coming over this way? Well, whatever. We're bombing a Norwegian coastal battleship and a destroyer. Okay. What are we doing up here? Pushing that way. I think we're going to have you guys push out there just to kill that unit. And then they come back. Because this one can, for a few moments, can defend itself even if they're going to, whether they decide to attack or not, I don't know. Now we definitely have to take Oslo and maybe Bergen to defeat and take Norway, but we will see what these guys are doing up here. Okay, they're about ready to be attacked. Maybe we'll take them first. Okay. Okay, and you guys keep moving up to here. Well, these guys are pushing from that end. Uh-oh. They're storming our beaches here. Yep. Right. Okay. Well, we're going to lose that beach, that's for sure. You stop attacking. You come back this way. We're going to send in the proper division. What are we facing? Okay, a lot of their coastal subs and battleship. Hopefully we'll do. Oh, they're hitting our auxiliaries. Damned hard. Good thing we don't have any troops on. Can't you keep those damn things out of combat? Okay, well, Tito's going to, oh, well. No, that ain't good. Just going to use some of these guys to deal with this British force. Will you keep moving down this way? Don't give them a moment's peace. You keep attacking that way. Okay, it teaches me to leave a... Now this is not a scripted invasion. My understanding is that they use Marines to encourage more invasion. Okay, the Vienna Diktat. Transylvania was part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire until after World War I, when the Treaty of Trianon, I don't know, reduced Hungary to 1/3 its former size and lowered the population by 3/5. Transylvania then became part of the newly formed Romania. Romania existed long before it, but it became part of larger Romania, that's for sure. Admiral Hulthi of Hungary demanded the borders be redrawn, and in 1940 got his way with the Vienna Diktat, which gave northern Transylvania back to Hungary. Okay, so they're probably we've already sort of got them in, but we'll do this. I don't know that it's going to help. There really is not a lot of population in here. In this game, we can look at here. They're getting 2 ICs And the way this game, there's no real population down here for them, so it doesn't really help as much as it should, because people are useful in wars. So yeah, but they may be also getting some of that territory up here. So yeah, that's a little bit of population, and a little bit there, of course, but not too much. Hey, Rhaegar. Well, interesting times indeed. Okay, 30 hours left. 53 hours. For you. Oh, there's a garrison unit showing up there. Yeah. We're going to keep pushing there. Okay, our force is under attack. Damn. Because that means we can't go on the offensive. Okay, yes, we'll take the Comet. Oh, we move this guy out here. Okay, you come down to... Oh, I don't know. Let's try off Brazil. Envoy rating passive. Now what it will do is, and this may not be a good idea, but it will try to convoy raid on the way down there, so if it fetches something, but then it may sort of convince the other ones to, other anti-convoy or anti-raider forces or anti-sub forces to follow them. So just me, or one thing I don't like in this version is how much the French units mass on the Maginot Line and how aggressive they are. Yeah, I would say they're a little too aggressive in that, not just on a historical basis, though that is an element of it, is that we bleed them white, as Igaro has pointed out. Let's find the army group to attach you to. That shouldn't be there. I'm probably not going to wait for it, but let's move it up here. Right. Well, I think we're going to end this episode here. So the next episode that we do will be Fall Gelb starting. So I want to don't those live. Don't worry, we're not going anywhere. Just later episodes. We're going to be ending this, but so I want to thank you all for watching. Thanks for liking the videos. If you haven't already, please hit the like button and please subscribe. So see you next time for more, yes, even more Hearts of Iron.